Hi guys, happy to have you back here. Today we're gonna be focusing mostly on strengthening our core and our hips. A little bit of hip mobility as well. It's gonna be a fun one, so let's go straight to the floor, roll out your mat, see you there. We're gonna start today in our child's pose, so you slowly release and let everything go on your mat here. Taking some time to disconnect from that outside world. Disconnect from any unnecessary thoughts. And let's use this time for ourselves to be here, to be present, and to reconnect with your body, mind, and soul. If there is an intention that you'd like to set, go ahead. It can be anything in your mind. It can be something physical, or it can be something more internal. This is your time. And let's start our practice today connecting with 3 purifying breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, release. Big inhalation, opening up. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. Exhale, release. Whenever you are ready, start pressing both hands against the floor, and we're going to start shifting the weight forward, coming into that tabletop position, making sure the shoulders are on top of the hands and the hips on top of the knees. As we inhale, we're going to drop the belly, open the chest, look up, waking up those muscles, opening up. Exhale, round and contract, belly in, looking between the legs. One more. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, rounding and contracting, belly in. Slowly come back to your neutral spine. As we inhale, we're going to bring the right leg up, parallel to the floor, right leg extended. Keep it there as we inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bend the elbows, elbows pointing back, chin to the floor, right leg up. Reverse, coming back up. Bend the elbows, chin to the floor, right leg up. Reverse, coming back up. Last one, bending the elbows, chin to the floor, right leg up. Either hold it there or bring the left toes up to the ceiling. Stay here for 3, 2, in your 1, coming back up. Bring the right knee to the nose to kiss it. And drop the knee back into the mat. Bring the hips on top of the heels. Bring the arms up. Grab the opposite elbows and send the elbows to the back to open our chest, open our heart, reset. And we come back to the center, dropping the hands on the floor, back into the tabletop. Ready for our second side. Left leg comes up. Hold the heat as we inhale, and as we exhale, we bend the elbows, elbows pointing back, chin to the floor. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, chin to the floor. Inhale, coming up. Last one to stay, chin to the floor, toes pointing up. Stay here for 3, 2, in your 1, reverse. Bring the knee to the nose. And drop the knee back into the mat. Let's keep that neutral spine. We're gonna tack the toes. We're gonna bring the knees off the mat, keeping the neutral spine, staying here for 1 more inhalation. And as we exhale, we're gonna come into our first downward facing dog of your practice. You can walk your dog here. You can move your hips side to side. Do whatever your body needs right now to prepare us for your practice. Let's do 1 more breath here. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Inhale, look up, and step by step walk all the way to the front of your mat, all the way forward. Once we are right to the front, hands to your shins. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, let's come all the way up. Arms come up. Hands through the center, coming all the way down. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Stepping back into your plank. Shoulders on top of your hands, neutral spine. Stay here for the inhalation. As we exhale, we drop the knees on the floor. Modify your Chaturanga, elbows pointing back. Hold it here for 3, 2, in your 1, inhale, upper facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back into that downward facing dog. We got 1 more breath here. Sending the weight back, heels to the floor, pressing with every single knuckle of your fingers against the floor. We got one more breath here, deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Inhale, look up, jump or step all the way to the front of your mat. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, let's come all the way up. Arms come up. Hands through the center, falling all the way down. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, jumping or stepping back into that Chaturanga, moving with your breath, passing through that upper dog, back into that downward facing dog. Let's do one breath here to start our practice. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Inhale, right leg comes up, three-legged dog, right leg extended. Shift the weight forward, shoulders on top of your hands. We're gonna stay here in that three-legged plank, and from here we're gonna go for the Chaturanga, pressing up, transferring to the left hand, left foot, bringing the right leg and the right arm up into the side plank. Bring the leg higher, hold it here as you inhale, and very slowly this right leg is gonna start reaching to the front and all the way to the top right corner of the mat. As soon as it drops there, we face to the left side of your mat. Keep the hips reaching to the right torso, halfway down, hands on prayer. Hold it here for the inhalation. Transfer the weight to the other side, left hand on the floor, right leg and right arm comes up into the half moon. Bring the leg higher, hold it here for the inhalation. And we reverse what we did, dropping into the right knee bended, rotate to face the front of your mat, send the right leg back into that three-legged plank, and the same thing, Chaturanga, pressing up, back into the side plank, this time just for the inhalation. We're gonna drop the right foot behind, and we're gonna go into that wall thing. Hip coming higher, reaching to the front of your mat. One more inhalation. Now look to the left hand. Right hand is gonna reach towards the right knee, and we're gonna transfer again into the side plank. Once you grab the right knee, you're gonna bring the hip higher, hold it here for the inhalation, and very slowly this right leg is gonna be coming in. Once it drops, we completely face the left side. Bring the left leg as well in. We're coming into the butterfly position, soles of the feet together, the knees open, hands behind the head. You're still facing the side of your mat. Inhale, nice and long spine, and as we exhale, we're gonna bring the torso halfway down here. Hold it there. Getting a little deeper, coming back up. Now from here, keeping the hands where they are, we're gonna bring the left foot off the mat, so left leg extended forward, and it's gonna open out to the left side. Bring the leg higher, drop the left heel down, and without touching the floor, we're gonna try to face the front, hands on the mat. We're gonna try to find our balance here. We're gonna bring the leg halfway up, and maybe bringing one hand off the mat, maybe bringing both hands off the mat. See how that feels. Once you are ready, drop the hands on the floor, left foot comes down. Just make sure the right leg, we're trying to do it like variation, like if you were in the pigeon pose for this version. Now from here, we're gonna go back into that three-legged plank, send the right leg to the back, Chaturanga. Last time, back into side plank, right arm, right leg comes up. Listen carefully, keep the right leg up, left hip is gonna reach down to the floor, and as soon as it touches, we're facing the back, reaching both legs forward, arms forward. Nice and long spine. Stay here for the inhalation, come halfway down. Bend the elbows. Let me just move my microphone from here. Bend the knees, butterfly position. Extend the legs. Coming back up into boat. Let's try this again. Back into halfway boat. Butterfly legs. Extend the legs. Come back up. You can also come up into the knees bended. One more, last one. Halfway boat. Butterfly. Extending. Coming up. Hold it there. Now the left hand is gonna drop on the floor, and as soon as the left heel touches, we're gonna come up into the side plank. Right arm coming up, right hand comes down into your plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. Jump or step into the Malasana, bringing the hips down here. Now in that Malasana, we're just gonna work a little bit with hip mobility. So stay where you are, keep the hands on prayer. We're gonna bring the left knee to the floor, left knee down, look to the right, come back up. Right knee down, look to the left, coming back up. One more round. Left knee down, looking to the right, coming to the center. Last one, right knee down, look to the left, coming back. Stay in the Malasana if you like, or if you like to go into the crow pose, let's go for it. So slowly bringing the hands on the mat. We're gonna bring the knees to the armpits, looking forward, shifting forward one foot or both feet off the mat. We can play staying in the crow as you are. We can play in challenging the crow, changing the sides here. So instead of just looking forward as it is, preparing for the tripod, you're gonna try to look down towards the hands, see if you can control the crow, and then reverse and looking forward. Try this a few times. That's gonna help you to get a little more comfortable towards that transition. We'll do the transition in the next side if you feel comfortable. If not, just stay in the Malasana. Let's give it one more try here. Staying in the crow, looking forward, maybe looking down, coming forward. If you are able to go back into your Chaturanga, go for that version. And let's meet back in the downward facing dog, getting us ready for our second and final side. Good job, guys. Taking a moment here. If you need a sip of water before we go to the second side, this is a good time. Let's take one more breath. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. All right, guys, let's do this second side. Left leg comes up, three-legged dog, left leg extended. Look forward, shift the weight forward, Chaturanga, pressing up, transfer it to right hand, right foot, left arm, left leg coming up. Hold the heat as you inhale. In slow motion, the left leg is gonna start reaching forward all the way until I rise to the top corner, and then we face the right side. Now hip is going left, torso halfway down. Hold the heat with your hands on prayer. And now we're gonna transfer to the back, right hand down, left leg, left arm comes up. Half moon. Find your balance first. Leg coming higher as we inhale. Exhale, reversing, drop it, torso halfway down, face the front, hands down, step the left leg back, same idea, Chaturanga, coming up, transferring to right hand, right foot, left leg, left arm comes up just for the inhalation, and we're gonna drop the left foot to go into the waltzing, hip higher, reach forward, hold it as we inhale. Now look to the right hand, left hand reaches to grab the left knee. If you grab it, pull it up, hip higher. One more breath. And very slowly the knee is coming down. Once it touches, we let the hip down. Right foot connects to the left foot, same butterfly variation. Hands behind the head. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fall forward. Coming back up. Working with the hip. We're gonna try to extend the right leg first forward. Keep the right leg extended and bring it to the side as high as you can. Drop the right heel without touching the floor. Face the front, drop the hands. Modify your version and let's bring the right leg up. See if you can try to find your balance. Maybe one hand off, maybe both, maybe none. Play with that. Drop the hands once you're ready. Drop the right foot. Send the left foot back. Last one. Chaturanga. Coming up. Last side plank of the day. Leg higher, arm higher. Now the right hip start reaching down to the floor, and as soon as it touches, we go back into the bow pose, knees bended or knees extended. Just need to move the microphone so I can do this with you guys. Now we're gonna go halfway down, low boat, butterfly, extend, come back up. You can come up with knees bended or knees extended. Halfway down, butterfly, extend, coming up. Last one, halfway down, butterfly, extend, coming up, hold it there. Now the right hand is gonna be the one that touches the floor, heel on the floor, left leg comes up, and we're gonna go straight into the plank position and go into your Chaturanga from here. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, quick child's pose to reset. Good job, guys. Take a few moments here. I had a little bit of technical issues here with the microphone, but we're good to go. Now from here, from the child's pose, we're gonna slowly bring ourselves back into downward dog. So we're gonna play with the transition from crow to tripod. If you're used to doing this against the wall, move your mat against the wall and let's try it. If you're good on the mat, let's stay here. Last little thing we do today. So back into your downward facing dog. Let's do one breath together here. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Inhale, look up. We're gonna jump into Malasana a few times here. So we're gonna bend the knees. When you jump, hips come up. Jump into Malasana, hips come down. Reverse it. Jumping back, bend the knees. 2 more times. Jumping forward, Malasana. Reverse it, bend the knees. Last one, jumping forward, Malasana, stay here. All right, guys, time is here. You can play again with the drills that we did in the first round if you don't feel like going into tripod, or we can go into the tripod right now. We can do it together, very slowly, a lot of control, moving the head slowly to get to that tripod. So let's do this. Start with the regular crow, half the wall if you need it. Bring the knees to armpits, looking forward, shifting forward. One foot or both feet off the mat. So from here, just like we were doing in the first side, very slowly we're gonna start looking down until the top of the head touches the floor. Once that happens, you can just stay here making sure the elbows are in. You don't have to come off into the headstand. You can just come into reverse into the crow. If you wanna go straight into the tripod, you can go ahead. Take your time here. This is our last inversion of the day. Again, you can always play with whatever you want. Once you are there, you can slowly start bringing the knees to the chest. Again, you don't have to come all the way up to extending the legs. You can come halfway and reverse it back to the same place with a lot of control, and then just come back into the Malasana. Play with that a few times here. The control going up and the control going down is as important. So just listen to your body. Whenever you had enough of that, we're gonna meet ourselves back into downward dog for one final vinyasa. Really good job, everybody. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Inhale, look up. Jump or step all the way to the front. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms come up. Hands through the center, falling forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, jumping or stepping back into the final Chaturanga. Inhale, upper dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look up. Jumping or stepping to a sitting position. Once we arrive there, we're gonna try to extend the legs and just open the legs as much as you can open them without letting the toes fall forward. I'm actually gonna face you guys, but you can do whichever way you want. So it doesn't have to be completely open, just as open as you feel comfortable there. Once we are there, we're gonna reach the hands forward. We're gonna reach forward as far as you can without touching the floor, all the way forward. And then we're gonna reverse, coming up, leaning back, and see if you can bring the heels off the mat for a second. Let's try again. Heels come down, reaching forward, and reverse it. Heels come up, leaning back. Last one to stay down. Heels come down, leaning forward. This time we drop the hands, and we're just gonna let the weight come down here, folding forward, feeling that opening. Let's do 2 more breaths here to get a little deeper. And in your last breath, slowly start walking the hands back to the center. Same idea, reaching forward, leaning back. And we're gonna go into the last ball pose from this version. So heels coming off, legs coming up, and we're gonna completely let the legs come down here. Keep the legs open, a little bit more of working here with the hips and with the core, reaching forward. Tiny little pulses here to reach forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to hold. Release, grabbing the legs, tiny pulses for one more breath. And we're good to go in that area, grabbing the outside of the legs, bring the legs together, bend the knees, open the arms chest level, drop the knees to the right, look to the left, get that twist, get that opening. Reverse, back to center, crossing the other side, or no crossing. Choose your twist variation. This is the final one, whatever feels good here. Looking to the right. And slowly untwist. Legs come up, hands on the floor. Option to go into the plow variation, reaching the legs back, hands really either holding the lower back or dropping on the mat. We're gonna try to see in the plow if you can walk the hands out so we can try to extend those legs here to feel a little different in the plow. Wherever you are, just stay here for 3, 2, in your 1, you can stay there for as long as you need to, or very slowly we're gonna start letting the hips come down. Once the hips come down, legs come up. Choose your Shavasana. If you like today, we're gonna keep the soles of the feet together, knees open, one hand on the belly button and the other one on your chest. Supta Baddha Konasana, letting everything go here. Allowing your body to absorb the benefits from your practice. It was a pleasure guiding you through this practice today. I hope you have fun, and I hope I get to see you again very soon. Namaste.